Hey guys, this is one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a City. What a cool view as you go through there. I have finally finished off building the elevated railway. You know, we had to reroute it a little bit and re-angle it when we installed this new train mod. And it's been like that for now, like 20 odd episodes or so. But finally, at last I have done it, so we now go nicely around. Both tracks are on the same side now, so we can use both trains in both directions. And look at this, hey? So we now go into a 90 into a 90. Whip. And whip. So we can go all the way around. Amazing. I'm so glad. And while we're here... Oh, let's just jump out. Will it just go on forever now, or will that eventually stop? I don't know. I don't know if that'll keep going on at that speed now. It sort of looked like it was slowing down. Then maybe we'll see it through the episode and it'll come back past or something like that. So we're back over here today. Apparently you guys really actually enjoyed watching me put the roofs on, which is quite interesting. I didn't really think that you would enjoy that too much, but apparently you guys did. So we're going to finish these ones off together super quickly because they ain't going to take long. We're going to leave that house maybe for another episode or something. But yeah, how cool is this? I'm really loving the this estate. It's such a simple little design, and at the moment it doesn't look like too much because of we haven't got any windows in it. Is that the main issue? Is that houses don't look like houses without windows? It's quite sort of the phenomenon. Whoa, mouse, come back to me. Bring me to life. Wake me up. It's gonna wake up. Save me. What a tune. What a tune. Wow, that's brought back some memories. I haven't heard that for ages. Might have to YouTube search it afterwards. Anyway, what was we saying? I've forgotten. We're just going to continue on. I think my mouse needs to have a bit of a clean or something, because it like stops sometimes, like stutters, and then it comes back and it's fine for like another half an hour. And then it just stutters just for a second or so. Just like there's a little bit of grit in the laser or something like that. But I can't clean it out while I'm recording, so we'll have to wait. And every time I do stop recording or I stop playing what I'm playing, I've forgotten about it by then. It's always the way. Okay, so that one's done. That lamppost will probably need to be removed. I'm going to assume. I'm going to go around here on this one. Oh, I like the stone foundation into a stone roof on this one. Yeah, I think I like that. So we have that one. And then we have here. Oh no, it's not going to have to go. Excellent. So get these under here. Now, the plan for today is to finish off all of these houses with all the roofs, finish off the houses with all the windows, and hopefully get all the gardens in, all of the plots for each building. Because I think we want to start sort of moving this along. This is our third episode here. Well, 2.5, because half the first episode we just put some roads down as a transition into the next one. So maybe we can go on for a little bit longer, but I don't like to stick doing the same thing on this series for more than 3 episodes. We also, by the way, have the other side of the road to do. We want to sort of extend these types of houses over there. We're just using this side as sort of a test. But I don't know, maybe we'll come back to that in like a few episodes time, 20 or so episodes, or maybe less, I don't know, and do the other side. But I don't want to spend like 10 episodes doing the same thing. That would just suck, wouldn't it? Okay, that one. I forgot about that one. Ooh. There. And here. And on this side before I forget and walk away from this one. Okay. This is an interesting one because this is actually going to be a really long roof. As you can see, it steps all the way up. Let's use this one for this one. Look, it goes all the way up from the bottom and then stacks all the way up to there. We'll need the slab for it as well. And then it goes sort of down, but not as far. So it's going to be quite an interesting shape, actually. I think I like that. It's really cool that even though we just literally place down random sort of rectangles and L's to make these houses, every single one has turned out completely different to each other. And that as silly as that sounds, it's not easy to do because we always want to make patterns. Humans always want to make patterns. And we always want things to be perfect. So sort of allowing ourselves to have the freedom to not be quite as perfect is difficult. So this one just drops in a little bit because of the house on the way back. And that one. That one. All the way up, slab along the top. These go up really fast too, these buildings. These are like literally 5 minutes long to build from start to finish. It's like 2 minutes on the bottom, 2 minutes on the roof, and then like 2 minutes on finishing up like windows and a little bit of a garden and stuff like that. So once we get all of these roofs done, it's gonna fly by. Well, we've got 2 more, I think. Only 2 more to go. Ooh. Get rid of that. Okay, yeah, 2 more little ones to go. So what do we want? Let's have this coloured roof for this one. My clicking today isn't the best. I keep missing. Boy, is it hot in the UK at the moment. I am actually struggling to record. In fact, I was meant to record this video, what was it? 3 days ago. I was meant to record this video. Fortunately, I had a few videos sort of pre-recorded, backed up in case something like this happened. But basically, in the room that I'm working in, that I work in and I record in, it's like a garage, or it used to be years ago a garage, and now it's turned into sort of my office. And it doesn't look like a garage anymore. It doesn't look like, you know, somewhere you park your car or tools or anything like that. It's got all my TVs, and you guys have seen the room before. It's the room that you've always seen in the background of the face cam when I've had them, when I used to have it on. But the problem with this room is it gets real hot, and it happens to me every year. And last year I tried having I bought a fan, one of them freestanding fans, but the problem is that the noise, or yeah, well, I suppose it is noise of the, like, you couldn't hear it, like you could hear, I suppose, a little, but it wasn't like crazy loud. But because of the wind blowing over the microphone came out with this really annoying sort of hiss. So I couldn't use any of the recording, which means I couldn't have the fan on in these hot days while recording. So what I had to do last year is I had to just record one video at a time, and then sort of take a break for half an hour or so, open up all the doors, let it cool down a little bit, and then go back in, close it all up, and start again. Obviously, I can't have the doors open when I'm recording because I live by a main road, and it'll be crazy loud. And I've also got dogs that come wandering in and out, and that's just annoying. I've got people that could come wandering in and out, and that's even more annoying. So I don't have a choice. I have to have the doors shut, all doors shut. It's not so bad now because I don't use a face cam, because of the recording that the recording software that I use doesn't allow me to do a good one, so I just don't bother anymore. But when I done the face cam, it meant I had to have the curtains drawn and my big lights on to give good lighting. Ooh, let's not do that. Yep. To give good lighting, otherwise, you know, the whole face cam was just dark and in shadow, and very much like how my early face cam videos were. The problem is with the big lights is that they were really bright and really hot. And with the curtains closed behind me to keep the sunlight out, so I was only lit from the front and not from behind, so it didn't light the green screen up, it made it really warm really quickly. So it's a little bit of a bonus now that I don't have to have the windows shut, or the curtains shut, because I think that sort of helps, or it seems to help a little bit at least. I feel like it helps a little bit. Okay, so that's got to come. Oh, this is actually a really tricky little roof to finish off with, isn't it? Really tricky little roof. Like that. Alright, and there's all of the houses with roofs on, apart from our funky little one there, and that's going to be that park, isn't it? They sort of look like houses, but you can see that there's something missing from them, and I'm sure it's windows. So let's get some glass, if I could spell. And I'm sure on some of these I've already put windows in, didn't I? I'm sure I did. So we'll just go like that one, and that one. I sort of like the double long windows on this building. Ooh, that one. No, I don't want them there. I want them there. This is one of the funnest bits, I think, to a building is just choosing where you want the windows to go. Gives you a lot of creative freedom. We'll have the single ones on this one. Just go around there and there. I think this one I've got the windows in everywhere that I need them to be. Cool. And here, you know what? I might do this off camera. I'm just literally placing glass in, so I'll be back, okay? Alright. Oh, my mouse is gone again. Huh, there we go. We're back. It just happened when I came back to recording again. I didn't do that whole time. Okay, so all the windows are in. I'm just sticking down like little window sills. What I think the best way to do with these is try to as closely match to the roof block as possible. So like this one we've got spruce roof, so we use spruce on the bottom. On that one we'll use dark oak, so we've got dark oak at the bottom. On these ones, oh, that should really be white, this one. On lighter buildings I like to use white. And on buildings that have stone or that sort of roof, I like to use the one that I've got in my hand now, the sort of smoothy stone one, just so it looks different to the one above. You can sort of see a visible difference there. So just sticking these, I've got hiccups on all of these around here. On this one we use dark again. Really cool front of the house, that one. I don't know why I like that, it's just like neat, I think. Just putting these down underneath here. It also just fills out some space as well, which is a bonus. Let's use white on this one. It literally fills up some space in the surrounding area around the building. As silly as that sounds, if you leave it, your building can just look a little bit flat otherwise. Okay, last one. Around there. Around this one. Man, I would hate to live in this house. Just dark all year round, all day long, all year round. All right, so now we're looking, if I can get up, now we're looking like houses. How weird of a difference does that make, that now that we've got windows in, they actually look like houses now? Something very strange about it. Let's get some fences. Let's clear the inventory. Let's get some fences. We might as well use both. Let's get some walls, maybe. Let's get some leaves. And then maybe some brick and slab combination as well. Maybe that one. They like those and those on top of each other, just in some different spots. So I suppose we should really start off with this one. Let's not have the brick touching the brick. We'll just sort of go to there. No, we'll go to there. Let's do all the brick areas first, right? So all of the divisions that we want out of brick. So we'll have this one from here. I should really slab it as I go, otherwise I'm not going to be able to reach it anymore, am I? So we're trying to give some property lines now. Let's have one that sort of goes like this to around the sort of parked area. Well, let's bring that in by one as well, so he can get down the side of his house. Something like that, maybe. So it's still open for the kids to get in when we eventually do the park. Oops. So we want to try and do as many different types of dividers as possible. So I'll have that one up to there. And if you look in, you'll probably find in your garden, it won't just be like in Minecraft. If you look in your garden, you'll probably find that you don't have the same fence going all of the way around your house. You might have like what I'm trying to do here. You might have a hedge on one part, and then have a fence on another part, and then maybe a little wall on the next part. And that's the sort of trick that you want to try and pull in Minecraft, is get as many different designs as you possibly can. It just makes it look a little bit more interesting. Some can be 1 block high, some can be 2 blocks high. Doesn't matter. I don't like to really go above 2. That burnt down one, so I'm going to leave that one for a little bit. Here. And believe me, this will really, really help the whole look of the area. It'll clean up all of the just boring grass areas. We'll bone meal it as well afterwards. Let's go with like a 3 high one, so we'll just put some random dots on that one, because it's sort of a very edge border one. In the corner here, we'll go with a full corner sweep. Let's go all the way along there as well. Again, because we're sort of on the edge of the road here, I like to make it a little bit taller, a little bit more privacy. Like that. We'll have this sort of go from a hedge here. And I think I'll probably do like a dividing hedge as well, so it'll go hedge all the way to there. I should really just put them down. I mean, why wouldn't you do that? I think it looks pretty neat. Probably a slightly lower one though. And we'll do the same down. I don't like that block there. Weird how it's just that one block I didn't like. This one. And that one there. Okay, so I can now take this away. I know a park's going to be, like, it's just going to be one of them sort of little tiny parks. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, we'll have another sort of access route to it there. Sort of more like a communal garden, maybe. Oh, that could be a good idea. Instead of a park, we could do it as like a communal garden. I remember in The Sims, that happens the most. Like in the Sims games, when you start up, there's always like an area where you can just share like your plants with neighbors, and you just end up stealing all theirs most of the time. So with this fence one, we're doing something a little bit different. Instead of doing a solid wall like we done with the brick ones and the hedge ones, we're just trying to break it up just a little bit. So I'm not doing a complete solid line. I'm sort of leaving a few gaps to make it look like it's almost a little bit broken in there, because remember, this area isn't really like, I don't know, an area that you'd really want to live in. Need to fill up this area too. I don't know, maybe we'll do more houses around here when we do the turn and the tunnel through there. Maybe there'll be more houses around there. I don't exactly know yet. We'll figure that out later. So along the front here, I might use this one. I think maybe this one looks almost like it's been charcoaled a little bit. If I had a sort of darker fence, I would use that. But I think maybe, if you know what I mean, it sort of looks like it's been burnt and it's more sort of ashed. Do you know what I mean? Can you guys see that? Yeah, I can actually really see that. That's going to be fun. We'll also do like a burnt down tree there as well when it comes to it. That one shouldn't really be there, and take that one away. I don't mind them being just a little bit off. It sort of looks like they've sort of fallen or drooped a little bit. That one. So how are we looking? We're looking pretty good. Let's just finish off any sort of back access areas that we won't want, like here. I don't think we really need that being available. Oh, I need to do the road so we can actually get onto here as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. We can now access it. It's now open, I suppose. Have a little fenced area there. So that house is now completely done. This one, I don't mind that one being open. And this one, I don't mind that sort of having a little shared bit. This one's fine. That's got the fence on the back. This one here needs something. Look, we'll have a hedge into a brick, I think. Have the brick sort of run down. Oh, that's cool. I'll join out to there then. Wonderful. So let's sort of just enclose that one in. Where else do we want to... I don't like that one. No, I like that one. No, I don't. I'll keep it like that. Okay, around the back here is all fine. That house has its own division. This one and this one sort of have a shared one. In fact, if I do... Oh, I'll use a fence. I think that's a lot of hedges to have there. If I use a fence... Sort of a little back garden, but it's still a route through into this little sort of communal garden thing. I'm going to put another hole in on the back here. Like that. That one's all good. This one here needs fixing, and that one there, it looks like just down here now. So we'll have brick one. And a fenced one. Something like that. A little bit of break in them. Alright, and now everything has its own areas. Cool. That is all I've got time for this episode, I'm afraid, guys. Next episode, we'll just very, very quickly, at the beginning of the episode, finish it off. A couple of trees, some bone meal, maybe a couple of flowers or something like that, just to finish it off. But I'm actually really happy on how the feel is coming with this now. I can't wait to do it on the other side as well. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. We shall see you, I'm a bit in a rush, in the next episode.